all those Elon Musk fans are aware of one thing, that he is on a mission. He wants to change the fact that Earth is the only planet for the human race, and how exactly is he going to do that? Well, he has ambitious solar system colonization plans. The world also knows that the current focus of the tech billionaire is the red planet Mars. Well, until now, looks like he has taken up another target in the solar system, a moon of Jupiter. Even back in 2016, he shared his vision to colonize parts of the solar system, including Mars, Jupiter's moon Europa, and Saturn's moon Enceladus. So, what's the status of his Jupiter plans exactly? Well, let's have a look at that today. When Elon Musk came out with his plans for the interplanetary colonization, he was pretty consistent about his enthusiasm, and he made it quite obvious that Mars is going to be the first stop of his plans. But it may not be the last. And after that, his plans will go a bit further, jumping onto another planet, well, to another planet's moon to be exact. The spaceship that Spacex is building to colonize Mars could also take people out to Jupiter's ocean-harboring moon Europa and beyond, Elon shared. This system really gives you the freedom to go anywhere you want in the greater solar system, Musk said. By establishing a propellant depot in the asteroid belt or one of the moons of Jupiter, you can make flights from Mars to Jupiter no problem. It'd be really great to do a mission to Europa, particularly, he added, referring to the ocean-harboring Jovian moon, which many astrobiologists regard as one of the solar system's best bets to host alien life. This basic system, provided we have filling stations along the way, means full access to the entire greater solar system, thinks the billionaire. And it seems that he is really serious about making the Jupiter moon habitable, as he was about to convince NASA about his plans. That's why NASA has chosen Spacex to launch its next alien hunting mission to a Jupiter moon. The mission, called Europa Clipper, is designed to fly past Jupiter's moon Europa 45 times, getting as close as 16 miles above its surface. The moon is approximately 390 million miles from Earth, with the journey expected to take more than 5 years. The Europa Clipper mission is due for blast-off in October 2024 on a Falcon Heavy rocket owned by Musk's company Spacex, and NASA's Launch Services program at Kennedy will manage the Europa Clipper launch service. NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Southern California leads the development of the Europa Clipper mission, in partnership with the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory in Laurel, Maryland, for NASA's Science Mission Directorate in Washington. Europa Clipper was officially given the go-ahead by NASA in 2015. The mission was previously supposed to take off on NASA's own Space Launch System SLS rocket, which has been plagued by delays and cost overruns, with critics calling it a jobs program for the state of Alabama, where much of the development work is taking place. SLS is NASA's next moon rocket. The mighty launcher is designed to take payloads into deep space, and the first of those missions, a test flight. The rocket, which surpasses the power of the Saturn V, will blast off on a trajectory around the moon to test out the vehicle's capabilities ahead of sending people and cargo. The heavy lift vehicle has had its challenges, but thanks to some powerful allies in Congress, the program has been kept alive for years, even as it blew past budgets and deadlines. But it seems like the SLS rockets are already booked for other missions, with the first 4 SLS rockets dedicated to returning humans to the moon. It is unclear when there would be one available for Europa Clipper to use. That uncertainty led NASA into quite a dilemma. To that end, NASA has repeatedly urged Congress to consider allowing Europa Clipper to fly on a commercial spacecraft. Switching to another vehicle could save the mission up to $1 billion. While SLS isn't yet operational, Falcon Heavy has deployed on both commercial and government missions since its main flight in 2018, when it carried Musk's own Tesla Roadster into space. It generates more than 5 million pounds of thrust at liftoff, equal to approximately 18 Boeing 747 aircraft. The partly reusable 23-story Falcon Heavy is currently the most powerful operational space launch vehicle in the world, and flew its first commercial payload into orbit in 2019. Europa Clipper's payload will include cameras and spectrometers to produce high-resolution images and compositional maps of the surface and atmosphere, as well as radar to penetrate the ice layer to search for liquid below. Europa may be the most promising place in our solar system to find present-day environments suitable for some form of life beyond Earth. So, a salty water ocean is hidden beneath the icy surface of Europa. It is thought to contain twice as much water as Earth's oceans combined. And like Earth, Europa is thought to also contain a rocky mantle and an iron core. This is very strong evidence suggesting Europa's ocean is in contact with the rock. This is important because life as we know it requires three key basic ingredients: liquid water, an energy source, and organic compounds to use as the building blocks for biological processes. NASA believes that the moon's ice shell is around 10 to 15 miles thick, and its internal ocean is estimated to be around 40 to 100 miles deep. Key mission objectives are to produce high-resolution images of Europa's surface, determine its composition, look for signs of recent or ongoing geological activity, measure the thickness of the moon's icy shell, search for subsurface lakes, and determine the depth and salinity of Europa's ocean, NASA said. Some people might still see the mission as insignificant, but the potential of its discoveries is insurmountable. As noted by Robert Pappalardo, one of the project scientists for Europa Clipper, if there is life in Europa, it almost certainly was completely independent of the origin of life on Earth. That would mean the origin of life must be pretty easy throughout the galaxy and beyond. NASA says understanding Europa habitability will help astrobiologists to better understand how life developed on Earth, approximately 382 million miles away, in addition to efforts to find life beyond the blue marble. So, it should be really easy to see why Elon Musk was quite interested from the very beginning. It seems like Elon Musk's space company Spacex is becoming more and more favourable with NASA, as this isn't the first hustle of the private and public space organisations. SpaceX's Crew Dragon spaceship flew NASA astronauts to the International Space Station in 2020. Then, in 2021, NASA awarded SpaceX a contract to turn its in-development Starship mega rocket into a lunar lander. The agency said Starship is set to land astronauts on the moon in 2024. That would be the first human moon landing since the Apollo missions ended in 1972. The decision prompted challenges from competing rocket makers Blue Origin and Dynetics, since the original plan was for NASA to pick two of the three companies for lunar lander contracts. The protests required NASA to order that SpaceX stop work on the lunar lander. And when it comes to SpaceX getting the contract, some experts think they didn't get it without any competition. Congress has spent years urging NASA to launch the mission aboard its own Space Launch System SLS rocket. But legislators finally relented due to delays in the launch system's development, its high cost, and a recent technical issue that would require $1 billion to correct. Getting to Jupiter is just the beginning for the spacecraft, as it will spend 4 years flying over the moon's surface. Clipper's observations will assess the moon's habitability, but also will help mission planners to pick out promising sites for the proposed future lander, if that mission is able to get off the ground in the near future. And that is the exact thing Elon is looking to know about. So, doing this mission, he will be killing two birds with one stone. He will get to learn detailed information about the habitability of Jupiter's moons, and he will also test out his rocket's capability. So, that's all folks. Be sure to like and subscribe for more, and we'll see you in another video. Ta-ra.